Hi, welcome back to Colorado and Company. So glad you can join us this morning. Well, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Old phrase, but new meaning, especially when it comes to optimizing your life. Did you know that baby boomers actually have a shorter life expectancy than our own parents?
That's kind of disturbing.
Not to worry, you can still optimize your life and health at LexiLife Health Clinics.
LexiLife develops an individual and holistic approach to your health by blending nutrition, hormone therapy, and exercise and diet programs in order to maximize your health. Dr. Alexis Parker is with us again to help us all optimize. Great to see you again.
Hey, thank you.
And before we dive into this startling news that life expectancy rates are declining, first give us an overview about LexiLife Health Clinics.
Well, at LexiLife, our goal and our mission is to maximize and optimize your health. We do this we start with the brain. We do a brain test. We look at, based on your family history and your own health, personal health history, we look at early markers for disease, early markers of cardiovascular disease, immune system, hormone deficiencies, vitamin and mineral deficiencies, so that we can keep you at a level that optimizes the way that you feel and optimizes your health.
That's good.
Got a lot going on there. What diseases are killing Americans today, and then how early can we detect those diseases?
Well, the number one killer of Americans is still heart disease in both men and women. On this graph, you can see that heart disease is number one. We always think that breast cancer is the big killer in women because it affects 1 out of 7 women.
Yeah.
But actually, women die of heart disease 5 times more than they die of breast cancer.
Wow.
And you can pick up early markers of heart disease very early. In fact, some studies, a recent study in hypertension published in September, showed that we should be looking for heart disease in adults as young as in their 20s.
My goodness.
Because of, a lot of this is because of not only genetics, but because of our environment and our diet.
Speaking of the diet, how much of a role, we're all so busy and we're eating on the run, how much does our diet play a role in these declining longevity?
Well, if you look at the graph again, the standard American diet, which I like to call the SAD diet, is a big cause of type 2 diabetes, and you'll see that on the chart. It's also a big contributor to heart disease and cancer. We know that individuals who are obese have a higher rate of breast cancer, colon cancer. They have a much higher rate of, obviously, diabetes and heart disease, and stroke factors into cardiovascular disease. So our diet is high in saturated fats. It's really low in fresh vegetables and fruits. Like you say, we tend to eat on the run. Fast food is, I mean, you can do all the legislating in the world, and I don't think fast food will ever really be healthy.
Yeah.
But we need our diets need to be changed. And much of what we do at LexiLife is, first of all, identify these early markers. For example, do you know your cholesterol level, your HDL level, your LDL level? Do you know the non-cardiac markers like lipoprotein little a and homocysteine? These are markers of inflammation. How many people know their fasting insulin level? If you eat sugar every day, you probably have a high fasting insulin level. And many people don't know it, but there is an associated risk between 1 soda, whether it be diet or regular, a day, and diabetes and metabolic syndrome.
Oh my gosh, 1 soda a day.
1 soda a day.
Also on that graph, I saw Alzheimer's disease.
Alzheimer's disease is a disease that we don't have a lot of methods for prevention yet. We do know that exercise and diet will help retard the progression of Alzheimer's disease. We know that stimulating the brain with word puzzles and games and creativity and all kinds of social interaction will help delay the progression of Alzheimer's disease. One of the things that we do is we look at neurotransmitters very early on to see what neurotransmitters are depleted, to see how fast your brain is going, to see how if your brain has what it needs to calm itself. Whether or not these things will contribute to prevention of Alzheimer's in the future is really not known. But we're starting to see that there is a relationship between antioxidant vitamins and hormones and Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is devastating both financially and socially to families.
I betcha.
My aunt suffered
Many
from it.
more research dollars are needed for that disease.
Okay, so I imagine some alarm bells are going off when people are watching and saying, okay, what can I do today to try to begin to reverse some of these trends you're talking about?
Well, I guess the two-word answer would be take responsibility. Our
Easier said than done.
Our healthcare crisis does not address early prevention of disease. It puts out fires more than preventing disease. So I think it's important for individuals to look at their lifestyle, look at their genetics. Only 20% of your future is your genetics. This graph shows the expected lifespan, the way that it's been going over the last 50 years. But this little dip that you see is the first wave of baby boomers.
My goodness.
We have had it all, right? We've had the great electronics, the lifestyle, the travel, you know, everything that our parents didn't have. They gave us everything except the tools to protect our own health. So that's up to us.
Yeah.
We don't live a healthy lifestyle. You know, the fast food industry, our environment is toxic.
Yeah.
We have, you know, no ozone, and everyone knows those scenarios. And our bodies have to fight those things all the time, and that affects our immune system.
You brought along, though, a great example of how it pays off to be active later in life.
Well, if you optimize your health, you optimize your vitamins, your minerals, your hormones, your exercise, your diet, you can be water skiing at 93, playing hockey at 78, and beating on your drums at 87.
That's
Unbelievable.
Water skiing at 93. Checker.
And
You
those
better
are
late
real.
than I do.
Those are not
You ought to have one of
photoshopped.
them on the show sometime. I want to meet them. And, you know, we've gone through a lot of stuff here, and it might be overwhelming, but you have some very cool workshops where people can get even more information and dig a little deeper, correct?
Yes, we do. We have a workshop coming up on weight, energy, and disease. It sounds like it may be a real broad spectrum, but these things are very interrelated because they involve your weight is interrelated with your environment, and obviously diseases come from a lot of different sources. And we're going to teach you how to take care of yourself and how we can help you take care
Good
of yourself.
news. Good news. Well, nice seeing you again. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Amazing photos. 93-year-old water skiing. That's crazy. It's all about optimizing prevention, no matter what your age. The quality and longevity of your life is the focus at LexiLife. Give LexiLife a call, 303-782-5026, or go online to LexiLife.com. Here's another incentive. When you call and mention Colorado and Company, LexiLife will provide a free health consultation with Dr. Parker. That's a $125 value. You'll also receive 10% off their lab fees when you sign up for a treatment program.
You can attend a free seminar on Thursday, December 13th at 6777 East Hampden Avenue. Learn about how to deal with menopause and also how to optimize your health and ultimately your life. It begins at 6:30 on December 13th, and you can RSVP by calling LexiLife at 303-782-5026. LexiLife paid for this segment.